Steve, at some point, the gift was manifested in you, but at what point did you come to realize that that gift needed to be unleashed on the world?
Oh, well, this was realized, I would say, 4 years ago. About 4 years ago. Because I was at a place where I needed to know what my purpose was.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to seek the face of the Almighty.
Yeah.
So that's when I started going down in my office, and I did it for 31 days, and God just downloaded. He just downloaded everything into me.
Yeah.
How to identify the gift, the talents, and abilities in others? Because of my past, because of how I grew up. So God showed me to use my past and my giftings to identify what's inside of others.
Okay, and so, also what's inside of you.
And what's inside of me.
Because from an outside perspective, you actually approached it on multi levels. Because you're an author, you're a poet, you're a motivational speaker, and to understand the different dynamics of each of that manifested in you is also, you're saying you went internal and God showed you it in others.
Exactly.
But it also manifested in you.
That's right.
And you are on that road, that journey to get all those things out, which is why we're here today.
That's right.
At your book launch, CD launch, and I like I said, motivational speaking, and I might add, singing. it's singing. So at some point, I guess the gist of what I'm trying to ask you is there's a bunch of stuff that you do well, but what point did you decide you're gonna make a radical change out of it and get that out? After God said to do it, because that's all I can say is that I was directed to do it. And this is why, come high, come low, you're gonna do it. Listen, I don't care if mama dies or papa dies, or I'm gonna be radical if wifey walks away. I don't care if the puppy dies. I gotta get this thing out of me, because I'm not gonna die with this in me. I'm not gonna make the cemetery any richer. So it was at that point, after God said do it, I said okay. And if you were, because like again, obviously I'm biased in my question because I am a fan. But not a fanatic, but a fan. but my question is, if you were to choose the many gifts and talents that God placed inside of you, which one is the launching pad? Is it the poetry? Is it the writing? Is it the motivational speaking? Which one are you most passionate about? It's the writing, because everything is tied up in the writing. The song is tied up in the writing. The poems are tied up in the writing. The whatever I say on stage, because it's the words. The words come out in forms of song or poetry. So I'm a writer. That's it. I'm a scribe. So hands down, it's the writing. So like you just said a while ago, we can expect more books. Oh, definitely. More poetry, because that is the catalyst, that is the basis, the foundation of what the RaDYKaL is about. Your writing. So everything stems from the writing. From the writing. So and apart from your creator, your motivation comes from what? What you're surrounding you, where do you draw your motivation from? I draw my motivation from my experiences, from my past most of all. Growing up in absolute poverty helps. It helps to be a catalyst for my creativity. Because having gone through it, you know what it feels like. So I hate to see, especially young youths, suffer. I hate to see them not have lunch. I hate to see them not have clothes to wear. So, excuse me. So whenever I do anything like this, I'm thinking about how I can make myself better. Because I gotta make myself better first before I can make them better. So they are my motivation. It's my past, it's the hurt, it's the pain. I wrote a poem called Virtuous Pain. And it's the pain that pushes you. It's the hurt that humbles you. You know what I mean? So it's my past, and it has a lot to do with where I am right now. So I'll tell anybody, listen, embrace your hurt, embrace your pain,
Embrace it, because it's tied into your purpose and your destiny.
So, humor me then. Fast forward. Let's affirm it. Where do you see the RaDYKaL movement in 5 years from now? What have you already accomplished in this journey now that we're launching, that we're embarking on? Fast forward 5 years down the road.
5 years down the road. Well, first and foremost, God has given me the next 3 books lined out. One of these 3 books is a 3-part novel. So it's a fiction, it's 3 parts, and the hope is to make it into a movie. Right? So